proudly to the Miombo forest in this northeastern corner of Tanzania. It's part of a vast belt of forestry that stretches all the way to Malawi on Tanzania's southwestern border. The Maasai nomads have been wandering these forests with their cattle and goats for centuries. They were unofficial custodians of the forest and lived off its wild fruits. But by the early 1990s, their right to roam the forest was in danger. Population pressure was driving people from other parts of Tanzania to look for new farmland. The Tanzanian government feared intensive farming and the lure of profits from exploiting rare ebony wood would finish off this precious resource. So in 1993, government forestry officers seized control of the forest and made it illegal for anyone, Maasai or newcomer, to carry out any activities inside it. The plan was short-lived. As traditional custodians, the Maasai stepped in. They called meetings with other stakeholders, 9 separate villages of 54,000 people that make up the Suledo forest community. Together, they showed the government they could manage the forest themselves. Each village formed independent environmental committees that laid out bylaws for the sustainable use of the forest, fining people who disobeyed.
10 years ago, actually, everyone had the right to chop anything he wants from the forest. And this distracted a lot of good trees which are very economical. There are some rules which have been made. Now if a person from one village goes to another village and chops some trees, first he will be caught, and then if the law binds him, he will be fined.
For the time being, they are doing a good job because now you find that we as the foresters, our role has changed from policing to advisory law. And also we are just facilitating the villagers. Instead of going harassing people, now we are friends with them.
Not only have the village committees come up with strict laws to protect the forest, they've also divided the forest into different areas of activity. One benefit of regulated grazing is that there's always enough fodder for the cattle. This in turn increases milk yield. Asha Kasambo has bumped up milk production even more by adding salted maize to the diet of her 11 cows.
Milk has increased by an average of 1 litre per cow per day. But it depends on the time of year. It's higher in the wet season.
Sugarcane is not common in this climate, but the Suledo community have beaten the weather and used the profit to boost their income.
It's very unusual time for sugarcane in most of the places because the rain here is very low. But ever since this area was taken over by the community in Suledo, they've improved tremendously the management aspect of the water source, and now you have the underground water improving a lot.
But the most dramatic improvement is the increase in maize production.
With maize, we used to have some 8 bags per acre, up to 12. But by this time, people are getting up to 25 bags per acre. This is a very good improvement we have seen.
With the ever-present Suledo forest guards on the lookout for timber thieves, the wildlife is also protected. And for the first time in living memory, animals are returning to their forest homes.
Sometimes the names of the animals are not in my head in English, but I think some elephant.
And this unusual creature, a pangolin. The Suledo forest community sing a song of thanks for the bounty they enjoy from their forest.